Hey, what's up everybody? My name is DJ Beneficial. I'm an on-air mixer at 99.1 KGGI. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. So I got a lot of positive feedback on a video I uploaded recently, which was the Nightclub recap from Holos Event Center in Anaheim. Part of the reason why I think that was because of all the plugins that I use from Pixel Film Studios. They've really helped me to be able to stylize all my content and take my video editing to the next level. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I am using their products in all the videos I put out here on YouTube. So for today's episode, I wanted to give you guys an inside look on how I did the Holos recap video, as well as all the plugins that I used. And without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do before you start making your video is you need to get a copyright-free song you can use to start building your video on. There's a couple different ways you can do that. One is you can use Epidemic Sound. For a monthly membership, they give you unlimited downloads of copyright-free music you can use for your video creation. You can also go to YouTube's audio library, where they have copyright-free music and sound effects you can use in your videos. Or you could actually just go to YouTube and type in copyright-free music in the search bar and see what comes up. You can even narrow it down by typing in EDM or hip-hop if you wanted to narrow it down to a specific genre. For the Holos video, this is the song that I use. As you can see in the title, it says no copyright. When you click on the video and you go down to show more, you can see that there's a download link right there, and that's how you can actually get a copyright-free song directly off of YouTube. Now let's get back to the video. I plan on using this video for Instagram as well. Unfortunately, on Instagram, you can't make a thumbnail in the same way that you do for YouTube, but there is a solution. Whatever the first frame of your video is going to be the thumbnail for your Instagram video. So what I do is I make sure that whatever the image is centered in the middle of the video, because Instagram will crop it out into a square shape. So you want to make sure that it fits into that square dimension. So that's going to be the thumbnail for your Instagram video, and all you need is one frame. Alright, now let's move on to the first clip. I'm going to just scroll through it so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Now, as you can see, the Holos logo fades away. I just did a simple transition, which is the default fade out transition. And then as that goes away, my logo comes in with the glitch effect, which reveals me pointing at the camera. There's also a couple other factors, such as 2 different types of glitch effects and a pro energy effect, which adds the plus symbols in the video, giving it a little extra texture. In order to have my logo come in with the glitch effect, I use Pro Brand Glitch, preset number 27. As you can see, when you hover over it, it gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like. All you got to do is click it, drag it, and drop it into the timeline. Once you've done that, highlight it, make sure you're on the T so you get all the available options, and you can customize it any which way that you like. There's actually quite a few options available, but the most important thing is that you come down here to drop zone and you pick the image. Now the way to do that is to already have your image located somewhere in the video. As you can see, I have it here underneath the video so it's not visible. While you have the preset selected, click on the box, and then you click on the image you want to use, and then you go to apply clip, and that's about it. I actually took it a step further and customized it so that the circular part that you see here was actually transparent. I did that because the only part I really wanted to show was my logo. In addition to that, I used noise displacement twice and pixelation from the Pro Glitch filter, and preset 2 under Pro Filter Energy, which as you can see here, when you highlight it, gives you a little preview, and it just adds some extra texture to your clip. Once again, this is how that first clip looks. Going into the next clip, I just added a couple glitches over the sign. And on this next clip, I wanted to highlight the Holos sign they had in the front. So I used the brush glow generator. You want to make sure you pick the appropriate setting depending on the dimension of your video. Since this video is 1080p, I used the 1080 filter. All you got to do is click it, drag it, and drop it into the timeline. Once you have it in the timeline, all you got to do is just click on the screen and draw it one frame at a time. I'll go ahead and walk through this frame by frame so you can see what I did. And just to play it back for you in real time so you can see what it looks like. And there it is. On to the next clip, I use preset 29 from Pro Filter Glitch to do the background to give it a little bit of a comic book blurry effect. That way when I use the Pro Third Glitch plugin with preset 6 left, it would stand out a little bit more over the background. This allowed me to have a stylized reveal of the club's name and the city it was located in without being too distracted by the background. And the transition that I used here was Burn Malfunction from Trans Distort. Onto this next clip here, I have a shot of the bartender pouring us a couple drinks, so I use preset 2 from Shapes under Pro Filter Energy just to add a little texture to that shot. Going a little further, you can see I cut the video into halves, thirds, and fourths. I did that with the Pro Cuts filter. On this next clip, I warped the video by using the Pro Warp plugin. I used 5-side star, and that just gives it a nice trailing effect. And then we transition out with Center from Transglow. This next shot is from my videographer walking up to the stage coming behind me while I was DJing. I just did a speed ramp on that one. I sped it up about 400%. And in this next area, I just did a different variety of pro cuts, making sure that they were all cut on the beat of the song. And then we filter it out with Circle Fill In from Transglow. And I'll go over here and highlight it here so you get an idea of what that looks like. You can always preview it by just hovering your mouse over the thumbnail and scrolling through. For this next part, I use the brush glow filter again, and just keep in mind you can always just scroll down to glow controls and you can change whatever color you want the glow to be. In this instance, I use red, and what I did in order to make a strobing effect was I did every other frame her mouth and every other frame her eyes. So you can see what that looks like, and then when you play it back, this is what it looks like. For this next part, I use Bad Signal Minimum Displacement 1 from the Glitch plugin, and I use Shape Preset 2 from Pro Filter Energy. On this next one, I use Pro Cuts again, and to make sure every time that it cut, it was to the beat of the song. For these next couple clips, I just used Bad Signal RGB only from the Glitch pack, and from Pro Filter Energy, I use Preset 1 and 2 just to give a little texture. And for right here during this breakdown part, I use Pro Panic Color Selection Blue. And that just basically gives it a shaky effect. And then we fade out with Zoom In Blur from Transglow. Continuing forward, just a couple bad signal glitches, and preset 2 again under Shapes from Pro Filter Energy, followed up by a transition with Triangle Outline In from Trans Filter Glow. And I'll go ahead and scroll over here over the thumbnail so you can see what that looks like. For the most part, really just using a couple different glitch effects can really help to texturize your video. Pretty much for the rest of the video, I just did a combination of warp and shake, and a couple of the Pro Filter Energy shape presets. Since there were so many spotlights and moving headlights, I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to use Transglow, which as a default is usually pink, but you can actually change it to any color that you like. Since the lighting of the club all had a blue tint, I decided to change the color to blue so it went along with the look of the club. And as you can see, that was a nice transition there. Then I saw in this clip, this girl was making eye contact with the camera and even blows a kiss at the camera, so I thought that was a perfect opportunity to use the brush glow effect. So this is what I did to animate what she was doing, and I'll show you frame by frame. As you can see, I did every other frame, which gives it a strobing effect. Continuing over here. And I'll play that back for you so you can see it in real time. And I thought another brush glow effect would look cool to highlight the DJ equipment, so I'll show you what I did here frame by frame. And I'll play that back for you in real time. And we only got a little bit more to go here. During this footage where I was DJing, I used Pro Cuts, and I chopped it up to the beat of the song all the way through. Big shout out right here to my homeboy DJ Cess. He's the one who gave me the opportunity to perform at his club. Now I actually did this next shot without using a gimbal. I just used my iPhone 11 Pro and I rotated it in my hands. That way I give it this Warp 360 effect. And then I mixed out with Spin and Fade from Transzoom. Show you what that looks like. And then in this clip, all I did was a speed ramp to speed it up in the middle of the clip. And then I used a couple Pro Cuts at the end. These next 4 segments, I actually cut them and then fast forward a little bit so that it would have this kind of skipping effect, which would go to the beat of the song. During this next segment, I use Warp and Shake Green Channel, Blocks Displacement 2, and Blocks Noise Displacement from the Glitch Pack. And then we mix out with Slide Left from Transglow, right back into Warp and Shake. Continuing forward, more of the same, Warp and Shake, Blocks Displacement. We're almost done here. I did one last generator of brush glow. Show you what I did here frame by frame. And I'll play it back for you in real time. And then for this last clip, I used my Mavic Mini drone to fly away from the hollow sign. I used a combination of different glitch effects, and I also went into video animation and I had the opacity fading away so it fades to black at the end. And here's how the last clip looks. Alright, so I hope you guys found the information in today's video to be helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button below, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future tutorials or nightclub recaps that I put out. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow right here at DJ Beneficial. Other than that, I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Peace.